I dropped the link in the chat, y'all. We over in StreamYard. Y'all see how the setup is just different from Restream? I like the backgrounds and the setup and all of that of Restream better than I like StreamYard, but we don't have them connection issues over here at StreamYard. So, all right. Progressive One, welcome to the stage. Niecy B, welcome to the stage. Can y'all hear me?
Yes, can you hear me now?
I hear you. Restream just made me mad.
Restream ain't streaming it right now.
You ain't streaming right now. But what y'all think?
Excuse me, y'all.
Sugars.
Excuse me, y'all.
You
Usually
better cut it out. Trump gonna
it
be
caught
telling
me
you
out of
you need to
nowhere.
take some. Trump gonna be telling you you need some bleach. You better cut it out.
Yeah, man, didn't he tell them to go ahead and drink some bleach and they won't have that COVID? He sure did.
Y'all talking
But
about that
excuse me,
same,
y'all.
y'all talking about that same man that was throwing paper towels at the Puerto Ricans after they went through a natural disaster.
Yeah.
Yeah, that man right there, that one man.
That one man, that orange man.
Yeah, that's that one man.
So what do y'all think about tonight's champagne letter?
I'm gonna let you go first, Progressive, because I'm trying to blow my nose first. Let me put y'all on mute.
Okay. Progressive One.
I'm going to say this from one side, but the other side has to be wrestled because I feel like you should do what you need to do in its proper context as long as it's not going to cause you to feel
Progressive One, you sound really far away.
cause you to feel demoralized or to feel devalued, to make sure that your partner is okay, especially when it comes to intimacy.
Okay. So do you think the friend and the husband messing around?
Possibly.
Yeah, they
Possibly.
is. They is.
But this is my thing though. If she doesn't step up to the plate, ask the question, she'll never know. But then too, it's the flip side of the coin where she'll either be right or she'll be wrong. And you have to deal with it either way. So she's gonna 9 times out of 10, like most human beings do, you sit over in the corner and you wrestle with it until they eat you up. When all you had to do was speak up.
Okay. You see?
I'm finna.
You went on mute.
Okay, my bad. I'm up here talking and ain't nothing jumping off. Okay, first I'm gonna go with the baddie. I'm gonna just start off with everything as soon as I jumped in. First and foremost, I'm not finna sell my soul to get beat up and then get online and humiliate myself even worse. Okay, it's not worth all that. For two, how you gonna sit up and try to fight a girl who come from a family of 8 and they probably been beating on each other for years, okay? Ain't nowhere in the world I'm finna sign a contract to put my life on the line like that. I don't care how much money they giving out. The lady that just was so proud to have babies by brothers. I'm outdone with her. She don't represent us. She can't be like us. She really thought that stuff was funny.
Mm-hmm.
She thought it was a joke. So this is how y'all being dangerous now. Like I said on the chat, it's like you get a penis, you get a vagina, you get a penis, you get. Come on now, y'all just passing it around like that and wonder why it's STD clinics. Come on now, and then y'all want to be embarrassed when y'all got to go up in there, but you wasn't embarrassed to lay down and get it though.
Right.
The letter, I really do believe they messing around. It's the red flags for me, Champagne. A lot of people get these red flags and be ignoring them because that's my homegirl. That's my husband. First of all, ain't nowhere in the world me as a woman, I'm finna give y'all enough time to be around me to do nothing.
Right.
For real, it's just been too much going on. We in 2024 right now. There's no letter should be getting pushed out like that unless you really want this type of stuff to happen in your life. Them red flags be right there in front of your face. I'm not saying, I wasn't that gullible one because I was. I got played like that too. But it's like, don't let it be a repeated thing over and over again. This is all we hearing on TikTok, YouTube, Facebook is all about cheating. Everybody cheating.
Why do you think that is?
Because you got commercials that say you go ahead, you can have HIV and still have sex. Just take the pills.
Absolutely.
You got
Welcome
nothing
to
but
the
sex
stage,
being
Father Lot.
promoted.
Hey, everybody, and thanks for
Hey,
welcoming
Father
me.
Lot.
Hey, how y'all doing?
I
Good.
absolutely agree with you. I think we have a really bad pandemic going on right now. Just about every place that I talk to, Kentucky, HIV Central, Atlanta, HIV Central. They even said in Kentucky that it's so bad that it's infiltrated the military base here.
A
Wow.
lot of y'all
And
Michiganders,
Miami,
mm-hmm.
all of these states, it's just disease after disease after disease. And like I told y'all in Houston, they said they have five that they can't even identify. Do you even know what that means? There are five STDs that people are passing around, and the health officials don't even know what they are.
That's the
All
next
they know is
pandemic,
it's
y'all.
sexually transmitted.
Yep, that's the next pandemic. These STDs. That's gonna be the next pandemic. We're gonna be locked in because people can't keep their legs closed.
And because you
Real
pregnant,
life.
that means you did this raw. So you went out and smashed something you didn't know raw. Ended up pregnant. Come to find out, it's your husband's brother. It's still diabolical to me. That what kind of relationship do you have that your husband couldn't even entrust you enough to tell you he had another brother?
But
Right.
wait a minute, because he had another family, right? Didn't he have another family too?
She
Yeah, you had
found that
another
out
family
too.
too.
So they all just messed up.
Yeah.
Somebody need counseling. Where is these therapists with these
but
couches?
but
I
are
mean,
we? But come on now, are we being serious? She said that this was a military man. You think this man didn't know what was going on in his house? He didn't care because he had a whole other house to take care of.
Period.
exactly. And now you look like the dummy. So you not out of all the women in the family, you gonna be the chick that's gonna that's the one that got to bake the kids by two brothers.
But
And
You
Exactly.
I
here's
gonna
the
bet
be the
thing
you,
talk
though.
of the family.
Why
I
is
bet
this
you,
what we're coming to though? Like why is this the norm? Cheating and getting with someone just to have an affair. Getting with someone and you know that's not the someone you really want to be with. Getting with someone with ulterior motives just to turn around and cheat at the end and do something else. Why is this the norm now? When did this become the norm?
Back in the 90s.
No, I would have to say 2005, 2006. It just started
Mm,
being it just went
this became back
outrageous.
in the 90s. Way back in the 90s. I believe the song It Ain't No Fun to the Homies Can't Have None didn't come out in that 2000s. That came out in the 90s. It ain't
Oh
no fun if
yeah.
the homies can't have none. And ever since that time, it's been going on. Ain't no fun if the homies can't have none.
Oh, that is right. Leave your
Yeah.
number on the
Right.
cabinet.
It ain't no fun if the homies can't have none. And that's been going on since
That
that
is
time.
right.
Hey,
oh,
it don't matter, just
It
don't
just
bite it.
baby, I
Yup.
agree with you. It just became more primitive now. It became more aggressive now. It's like now it's both parties. Then it was just the men on it. Now it's everybody.
You know what else too? Now it's more acceptable.
Yeah,
It's
and it
like
became more. It's like a mainstream thing with relationship. If
right.
I don't want you a lesson, you gonna let me do what I want to do, and who?
Yeah.
It's like soon as you go on a date, you smashing. Hurry up and eat that piece and them fries, because you already know what we
First
about to do.
day, first time, you don't know,
Don't
and
even drink no.
then
You sure you don't want no cola?
getting a chance
That's
to pop in a little bit later into the broadcast, so I got a chance to hear a little bit what was going on. Reiterating to going back to all these diseases out here and stuff out here they don't even have names for. And then recently to find out that they giving out sexually transmitted ringworms.
Yep.
yeah. So
How
we was
you
just
giving
talking about
folks
that.
worms?
Yeah. Yeah, me and Champagne was just talking about that on another live. How when you have sex now, you getting a wingworm. You used to catch wingworm from a dirt, playing in the sand at the beach and
And
stuff like
now
that.
you can't even lay with a person without them putting fish bait inside of you.
Hey, hell to the dog. Right, see Western TV.
You know, I did a video on it. Under my fit. I think it's under one of the fizz feed section. I want to
Oh,
say
Empress, I didn't
that
see
I
that.
did
I'm
a
gonna have to
video
go
on
look
it.
at your
Uh huh.
playlist and look at that video. I missed that one.
Yeah.
I definitely
I
got to
think
go see that one.
tomorrow night, I think I'm gonna do like a whole introduction for y'all to the channel, so y'all know the different sectors that's on the channel. But I did a whole video on that trichophomitis is something. It's a long ringworm, but it's sexually
Oh
transmitted, and the
man,
way
that's just so
it was,
disgusting,
Yeah,
the way
man.
it
it's
ended
all
up
in your
here,
skin. Ooh.
yeah, the way it ended up here is a guy was overseas and he was smashing escorts. And like he named different countries like China. It was a bunch of different countries. But he was a homosexual man and he was smashing a bunch of dudes and came back and
Ugh.
had a rash. And when
Mm.
they
Ugh.
looked into it, they found out
Okay.
that the
I
rash,
can't.
yeah, that the other
Empress,
countries, it was
stop.
like an
You got me over
epidemic.
here digging holes in myself. It's just so
Yeah.
bad. Stop.
Yep.
Oh man.
Because he
That now
wanted
that's
to come back
sad when you
here.
can get a disease like that and they worse than bed bugs. That's sad. That's
That's
Horrible.
really
making
really
me
sad.
want to take a bath.
And it's
Bed
a
Indeed.
bugs,
fungus. Because
wait.
it's a fungus, now it's supposed to be treatable, but they said because it's a fungus, you have to use fungus medication. Like you
Yep,
can't just take,
they have to give you a drip line.
yeah,
And you gonna
Yeah,
smell it too. That's the antibiotic. Every time you pee it or earwax come out, you gonna smell it.
and I
that's
hate
Even
when
horrible.
they do that when
yes,
you have to take a potent
yes, you
antibiotic
gonna
and it's
smell like
coming
a
out your
walking
system. I
antibiotic.
swear. I
Yup, you gonna
hate
So
smell like a walking
I
antibiotic.
hate it.
so Father Lock, what do you think about the whole diamond the body situation?
Well, for me, going back to when you asked, do I think they smashing? Definitely. I mean,
Okay.
when you got, I mean, I know there is many situations and many scenarios of what seems is not always what is, but when it's that obvious, come on, you just don't, you know, there's no
Now
way you were gonna be
that one
able to
is a
make me think.
champagne letter, but with diamond the body, that's the Zeus thing, the first video. What you think about her being all beat up and bruised up because she wanted to?
Oh, okay, we going back to the very first. Okay, with me, the Zeus video. Now, my whole thing, I never was a fan of Zeus Network anyway. I feel like Zeus Network is just another network that puts us in a bad light to everybody that watches the network. Like I said, when we was when you were doing the live before we came to the panel, and is these things discredit us so bad as a race. It makes people, like I was saying. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Was somebody saying something?
Go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. My point exactly. With the whole idea of African American films and cinema and programs and content doesn't sell overseas. And this is the reason of why. These people have no true evanescence at all of who we are as a people, who we are as a nation, who we are. They're not around us. They're not privy to be around African American people. So with television, This is why it's called that. I tell people, listen to words. They mean something. Everything has something. It's called tell a vision because it tells whatever vision they want you to buy into. That's why it's called a television. And what these people see, they perceive as real. That's why they start labeling things reality show. The brain only knows things how we accept it and how we were taught. And you know
Right.
the definition of reality. So does your brain. So all the brain computes it as what they see because of what it's being called reality. They think black people really act like that. And with networks like Zeus Network and all these the baddie shows and Bad Girls Club and and Bad Boys Club, and now they got a gay one. And it's like, when did homosexual people start trying to be thugged out and fighting and all this? Now that wasn't even a part of our character. That's not even who we are as a nation of people. Now y'all, if you can't beat them, join them. I just want the straight people to like me, so I'm gonna do the same thing. And it's like, y'all don't pay no, we already got a negative connotation added to just what we are, just what our lifestyle is called. Why would you add more to that? And the same thing with being African American. Being African American always come with a negative connotation from this country because it's not ours.
Yes, it
So
is.
why? No, it's not.
This
It's not
country
ours
belongs to
anymore.
us. It's just that
It's
we,
not
our
ours
ancestors, let them
anymore.
have it.
It's not
This
ours
country belongs
anymore.
to us. I right. You right. The government and all of them, they colonizers and took over it. But
Now,
yes, this
don't
is
get me
one of
wrong.
ours.
I'm very well aware of what belongs to us and what don't belong to us. I am a son of the people this nation belongs to. And many of us are. We just don't know. But I've looked at back at my roots. My granny and them was crazy about letting us know where we came from. They weren't playing about that. You are right. Native, it means first dwellers.
Yep.
They
The
were.
original Aborigines. I'm trying
Thank
to tell
you.
you that's what my great grandmother is. An
Come on,
original
baby.
Aborigine.
Come
Means
on.
since the beginning. Means since the
Yep.
beginning.
Since the
This was Turtle
beginning.
Island before this was America. It was 13 colonies. Then it became the United States. All I'm saying is this. We don't realize who we really are, and that is the reason why we are being misled by what we are being told. It's called his story, not history. It's called his
Right.
story.
Right. Which is not ours. And this is why I'm saying what I'm saying. When you know our history is not being put out there the way that it should, why add even more negative connotations to your own people? Hence the reason why I'm saying what I'm saying. Going back to
For
the
the
Zeus
love of
networks and
money.
other networks like that, it's like I expect it out of networks that don't share our race. They don't have to care about how they negatively portray us. They don't have to care about it at all. And I'm just so over with black people. Just fight for your own people. Stop trying to fight for rights to do the same ignorant stuff. If
Right.
you're not going to
Exactly.
fight for rights to make us look better, then stop fighting for us.
That's what I don't
That's right.
understand about the
That's
networks. You would
right.
think that they would show you have so many young people out here who are really getting legitimately to the bag. Like young people out here doing hair, doing lashes, doing nails, doing stuff legitimately. I'm not talking about all these fake
You're
veneer
right.
texts, and I'm
You're
not
right.
talking about all these people doing fake. But why not show that? Why not take a group of girls? Because if I had the money and I could start a network, that's what I would show. I would show young black women getting to the bag, getting the money, showing other people how to do it. I would be putting them in the line with producers and stylists and people who can take them to the next level. I would put them in the
Exactly.
line with someone who can help them level up. But we're not trying to help them level up. Leveling up to this generation is fighting. And that's why we see so
Now,
much fighting. First,
All of
when I
those.
heard the
you're
first day of
right.
school, all they did was fought in majority of these schools, it's because people want to record so that they have something so that they can get on shows like this, and they think that's the way to blow up because nobody wants to be
Now,
different.
You're right. Going back to your question to me and answering your question on what do I think about the whole her getting jumped on and her explaining and this and then the other. The only reason why I feel bad for her is because of her not having any mindset. This comes from not being taught. This comes from having so much peer pressure and pull by way of things in the neighborhood, stuff on the internet, and nobody telling you that these things are not good things. These things are not for you. Kids don't see these things as a threat like people like you, people like me, and others that share our mindset. They don't have that. And a lot of these babies were made by babies who don't have the mindset either. See, you have to understand what generation these people was born in. Some of these kids was made by people 14, 15, 16, 17. They didn't have no mindset. They raising babies by babies. And
And the
for
mom and
her
the
to
mamas that told them they wasn't babysitting. I ain't keeping your
thank you,
child. You
thank
stuck with
you,
your baby.
thank you.
You better keep that
So
baby.
you
And how is
thank
a
you.
baby
So
gonna
you didn't
raise
do
a baby?
anything to break you right. You did nothing to break the cycle either. You just let a baby go raise a baby, instead of putting your hands in it and showing your baby how to raise their baby. Now, I'm not going to raise it for you, but I'll show you very well how, because I don't need you raising another child in this world with no sense, especially being a female and being taught about how precious your body is. It hurts me to my heart as a male that females then forgot how precious they are just by being
Exactly.
born female. Medical alterations, makeup, fake flashes, fake hair. Nothing in this world could ever make you more beautiful than being born with a womb. You bring forth life. That fake ass makeup on your face can't bear a child. That hair can't bear a child, them lashes, but your womb can. How do you allow so many people to defile that place? Just running you like you just some open cave. Why? That hurts me so bad. That really hurts me. I think
I
so.
can I
How
can honestly
women?
say you're right, Father Lot. You're right that a lot of women have lost themselves, and a lot of these mothers let their daughters go astray. A lot of them stayed in the bottle, stayed in the streets, while their daughter wondering who she is and how can she find herself. You know, a lot. I gotta say, a lot of us grew up without a mother, and the mother right there,
Yeah,
but the mother didn't want to be a mother.
yeah.
So, some of us found our way, and some of us got lost in the streets and led astray. So
And
it's
I
like you
agree with
damn
you,
if you do
Nessie.
it, damn if you
Nisi, and
don't.
that's why I have a level of that's why I have a soft spot when it comes down to situations like that. I don't know where that young lady came from, what her walk in life was, and what she was going through that made her think that Zeus Network would love her, would help her. You see, listening to her, all she's trying to convey to everybody is I'm a good person. I didn't deserve this. I'm young. I saw this. I wanted to be a part of this because everybody, you have your mixed feelings and you do have your people that have their mixed of emotions about it. Oh, you old enough to understand. I'm sure you watched the show. You know what it's about. Da 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 da. This and then the other. But again, of course, for those who make that narrative and actually feel like that, what else did she did? Because I'm sure she put that out there for those people who made that comment. It's a reality show. We don't really hate each other. They make us act like this and then the other. This is why I'm going with it because I'm not thinking I'm finna actually get hurt. It's all for the camera until these folks
Oh, see
jumped on
why
me
not?
and did not care anything about me after it was done.
Mm-hmm.
So I
Uh-huh.
understand. I mean, y'all have to look at it. She's not the first somebody. Look at the man that went on Erica Mena's show and look what they did to him. I wasn't doing this. I wasn't looking for this. This is because obviously he got told the same thing. And then why would you go on her show and you know this girl has a negative connotation
Racist
for being a
problem.
racist,
Yeah,
or
she
being
has
a
a
racist?
racist problem.
And
And
I keep,
got mixed babies. She got mixed babies and
but
racist
it's
because
but
they be
and
having
see,
them
I
babies
need
for
to,
the
but let me
industry.
Let me educate the black women and black people in general who make that statement. But she got black babies. Do y'all realize we just a fetish to folks just like anybody else that got a sexual fetish? I don't like you. I just got a fetish for your sex. That's just like somebody who like midgets. That's just somebody who into feet. That's just like people who into corpophilia and like smearing poop all over themselves. It's all about the fetish. I don't like the people. I just like to say that I got my babies. I got brown babies. I like black cock.
Yeah,
Has nothing
yeah.
to do with us as a value at
What I
all.
want to know is when the law is going to do something about it. Because this same behavior that they do on these shows, they could not go in the street and do this to the average person
And
on the
this is
street
where it
and
take
get
us.
away
You
from it.
absolutely right. This is where it take us. But see, this is why it's called a reality show, because reality shows never show what true reality shows. It's just a word, it's just a phrase. And you're absolutely right. No people in real life would allow nobody to do that to them. This is why they go get people and fake it that actually would make you think someone would. And that's just to make regular people in regular life society. If big name celebrities act like that, who am I as a regular person not to found somebody, not to go in and go off? Look at the big name celebrity. They rich, they got big names. And look how they act. They follow these people. So people tend to mimic who they follow.
It's
And this is
absolutely
why
You know
they
what?
right.
do it. And you notice they do it only with our people. They only make our people look like this.
Hmm.
Uh,
They
oh
never
yeah.
show us in any prominence, because anytime you show us in prominence, nobody look at it, nobody watches it, nobody buy into it. You can't show prominent black people. We're called uppity, highbrow Negroes. Why would you call me a highbrow Negro? Because I chose to walk in integrity and in prominence and have some candor and delegation about myself,
Right.
because I chose not to walk out here and be exactly what they call me, a monkey. Monkey see, monkey do. Hence why I said, why would I be fighting for rights to do the same stupid shit? Well, if I'm going to do it, why would I call you anything negative for doing it? You're the head of it and
Right.
I follow. I'm the tail. I'm the biggest ass, because if I'm going to follow, why would I have a problem with it? I chose to be the ass of the situation. You are already the head and I'm going to be the tail.
You
I'm going to
right.
follow behind.
Oh, that's right.
Progressive, you were saying something, and
And
then
I'm
I have
sorry.
some
Did I stop
questions
you,
for
bro?
y'all.
I'm sorry.
You didn't.
No,
Go
no, no,
ahead.
no, no, no worries.
Because for her to get
The
jumped on
truest
like
question
that.
that we
Oh no, go ahead, Progressive. Now I hear you. I'm sorry, bro.
no worries. One of the truest questions I can think of in what we're talking about is how do we get on top of it? Because we're not going to be able to stop it. But how can we get on top of it? I tell you why you're not going to be able to stop it. You're not going to be able to stop it because the police is not going to stop them because the governor told them not to. The governor didn't stop it
One,
because somebody
that's the
above him
first
told
thing.
him
That's
not
the
to.
first. That's the number
And
one
for us
aspect. That's
to
the number one
and for
problem.
us
I agree.
to run around and to play the coon and engage in buffoonery, that's what brings the money. And then with bringing the money, you say that they don't put us in the highlight, but we give them free advertisement from a low place. Because every time you go on Instagram, if you peruse Zeus, they got on Prada, Gucci, Fendi, Louis
Mm-hmm.
Vuitton, all of these
Mm-hmm.
markets that don't look like them. So there's constantly feeding the machine. So that's the
Thank
question.
you.
How do we get on top of it? Because we're not going to be able to stop it because somebody, unfortunately, and I hate to be the one that say it, most of the problem that we have inside of what one would call the hood or one would call a black person, the average black person wants to be white.
And I'm gonna tell you something, bro. Don't ever. Well, I won't say don't ever. I will say, don't ever stop saying I hate to be the person to say it. Don't hate to be the person to say it. Say you glad you're the person to say it. This is why you said it. What do we do to get on top of it? Stop being the person hate to say it and just say it without any hatred behind it. I meant what I said and I stand on all 10 of what I said. Because we have to get, and the best way to get a handle on it is we have to get a grasp with our own community of people. That's the
Right.
first and foremost. And like you said, there are going to be people who are just going to be this. Then that's just it's just people that are just very well okay with the way life is for them. And even
Before
if
our
it's a
40
life like
minutes
that.
is before our 40 minutes is taken up, since we're speaking on real and reality, real means the actual factual of something.
Yeah,
Reality means this is what reality means. Reality means a quality of a fact that is an imagination or something unfactual. So if
hmm,
you want to sit up here and watch Love and Hip Hop and all of that ain't nothing but acting. It's not
thank
factual. It's not
you.
something that is real. So just off rip, you are being something that you are not off rip. Before you even while you want to participate, you're participating in something that is delusional. I just wanted to make that fact, and I'm done.
No,
And
no,
here's
no.
the
You
crazy
absolutely
part
right.
about it. The crazy part about it is that reality is really supposed to show reality. It's supposed to be the state of things as they actually exist. That's what reality is
Exactly.
supposed to be. But
Uh-huh.
because we decided that we wanted to make reality entertaining, and then when we made it entertaining, then we wanted to take it up a notch or 12. Because reality TV used to be entertaining. I used to love to
It
watch me
was.
some Flavor of Love. I used to
Me
Yes,
love to
too.
yes.
watch Big Brother.
Mine
I
was The
love
Real World, the first reality show there
listen,
ever was.
but now
But did you?
it's all about creating the I don't even know what to call it.
Right, because
But
you can't call it a production. You can't call it anything conducive because it's
Because they not
causing
producing
havoc.
nothing on Zeus. They not
They are
producing
Period.
nothing.
creating storylines. They are called storylines. You're
They
And
ain't
making
that's
even
up
the
a
creating
and right
story.
there,
storyline.
and you said it and you took it right out of my mouth. That was my next statement to make. They are now letting the people know that it's fabricated, that it's not real. Oh, you just using it for your storyline. They are telling you it's a storyline and people still buying into it. That's what's crazy to me about it.
Here's the
Like
sad and
they
delusional part about it all
they're
is
right.
in order for it to be a
They're so
storyline, it's got to
delusional
be a
that it's
story.
real. They're telling you that it's a delusion, and you still delusional. That's crazy.
In order for it to be a storyline, there has to be a story. These shows don't have any stories or storylines. The storyline is fighting. That's it. The storyline is you said you don't like me, let's fight. The
Fighting
storyline is
it
you said something about me, let's fight. The storyline is I heard y'all had a disagreement, let's have a meeting. And every time Natalie Nunn decides to have a meeting, it turns into the battle at the damn OK Corral. There is
and
no
she end up
storyline.
getting beat up too. She always getting beat up too. Jocelyn
There's no
told her a new
storyline.
asshole.
There's no producing. Nobody on this show is a producer. What are you producing? Ready,
I
aim,
can
Exactly.
swing?
again.
A
I'm
hot
they're
mess.
they're producing food. They're producing food for the system. They're feeding a narrative to us here in the States and abroad of what they feel North American black people are. Because if
That's
they
right.
really wanted to do real reality, I ain't never seen them try to do no reality show unless you did, Father Lock. Please tell me on in Stony Island or anywhere in real Chicago or anywhere in real Detroit where there's some real reality going on. You don't
Exactly,
see no
because we
family
really
down here
and come
because
down
they
here. I
don't
bet you gonna see real.
see. But this is why they don't do it. That does not feed the system. Because if I expose what I'm doing to you in the system, then I gotta address it. But I'll paint this narrative over here like you got a little money, but you ain't got no class, so you ain't gonna be able to hang with me on either level.
Absolutely. Hold on, I heard somebody click in. Did somebody click in? Okay, never mind. Go ahead. Oh, y'all wait, because we got 10 minutes left and I got to get to these questions. So we going to come back to this story. We going to create a whole show to discuss the problem with these reality TV shows. But as far as this champagne letter, I have some questions that I need y'all to answer, right? So the first one, how should someone approach their spouse and best friend after discovering they're having an affair? Is staying calm always the best move? Or is there a point where it's okay to confront them with emotion?
I say nip it in the bud. I'm confronting both of y'all right then and there. Soon as y'all throw that red flag, what the hell is going on? Do we need something we gotta talk about? What do you mean? What I mean is, then you just look at her like she was your woman and I wasn't. Let's talk about that. Yeah, that's how I'm coming.
So
for
the
for
the guys,
for me, and being true to myself, I have to stay calm, because if I don't stay calm, then that means, one, I have to deal with the reality of losing my woman, and then two, I have to be in prison, because one or both of them could potentially be gone.
You better tell it,
I have
Progress.
to stay calm.
okay.
Oh,
Father Lot. Oh wait, that's what it was. He in the back. He had dropped down. Okay, there you go. I didn't realize you dropped down. Father Lock, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
I don't know. I think my phone got gas or something. I don't know.
So did you hear the question?
no.
Did you hear the question, Father Lot?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
Did you hear the question?
I didn't.
How should someone approach their spouse and best friend after discovering they're having an affair? Is staying calm always the best move, or is there a point
Hold
where
on.
it's
Let
okay to
me try to
confront them
do
with
this
emotion?
again. You know what, Empress? You sound like you in a wind tunnel to me, or whomever acting. It's going like, so let me go out because I'm tired of feeling like I'm in the Jetsons singing the eep, song. So let
You
me
can't.
go out for a second. I'll be right back.
I can't with y'all. I swear to God, I can't with y'all.
Okay.
Oh, our little minutes leaving us.
You know that. Okay, hold on. Somebody come back in. You back, Father Lot? Okay, he went out. So here's my thing with that question, right? I gotta always stay calm. I can't approach any situation with emotion because I already told y'all my temper. And here's the thing, because I've never allowed anybody to push me that far, I don't know how far I will go. And once I go that far, I don't know if I'll be able to stop. So I don't allow people to push me to that point. So any situation that I deal with, I try to deal with it calmly so it doesn't escalate before it needs to. And if I feel
Okay.
like it's going to escalate, then I got to remove myself because orange isn't the new black. Yeah,
Well,
I can't do no time,
hey, I done
because you
did the
decided to be
orange.
dumb.
I done did the orange, y'all. I ain't trying to be funny, but I'm not gonna be expecting to do the orange. But we finna nip that on in the bud because the longer that it keep lingering, the worse it's gonna get as far as I see it. So I would rather just go ahead because it was a time I didn't say nothing, and that's how I got broken hearted. So you try that shit now, we're gonna have a problem. We need to talk. Yes, we
Definitely
do.
talk, but are you gonna talk with emotion or are you gonna talk calmly?
Okay, well, I ain't gonna lie, it's gonna be emotions, but see, I'm gonna have to go take me a little breathe. Cause I'm gonna be hurt now. Listen here, my little feelings gonna be hurt, and I'm gonna listen here. I might need a coffee or a wine. I don't know, but I'm just gonna have to. We're gonna have to get that resolved right then and there. I can't let it linger anymore because that's the longer it lingers, the more somebody gonna need a band-aid. So I can't. Yeah.
Question number 2. When it comes to spicing up a marriage or a relationship, how should partners handle differences in sexual boundaries? Could this situation have been avoided if they communicated better?
Yeah, I agree with they could have. Yes, I believe that it could have. Yes, I do believe that it could have been avoided if you get communication is key.
hmm So, how do you think partners should handle conversations when it comes to sexual boundaries?
I mean, it all depends on what we're talking about, because there's a lot of stuff out here. You got people dressing up in furry costumes and all types of stuff. So I mean, I mean, we gotta, hey, now you need to be
But how
open
would you
with it.
handle that conversation if your significant, like in the champagne letter, if your significant other came to you and said they wanted to spice up the relationship, they want to go to a swingers club, what would your response be?
I mean, let's go for the one time.
You gonna keep on swinging, and I ain't gonna be next to you. And I ain't swinging nothing.
See, but this is the
No.
thing, though. You don't have to participate.
And I don't even want to look at it, cause heck, my heart is not like that way. No, I got a jealous heart. Nope, that's a noper. That's a big ass noper on. Oh hell no.
Not the
See
first
y'all
fight of the
touching.
Swingers Club.
That's a trigger. Oh hell no.
She said,
Jada
hell
and
and
Will my
no.
ass. Jada and Will my ass. I'm not doing that. August Alsina my ass. I'm not doing that.
Entanglement.
So if your significant other said that they wanted to have a threesome, it's automatically a no go.
That's a big noper.
Big noper,
Yes.
progressive one. Progressive one.
Yeah.
Oh, you was trying to pick.
Progressive up there imagining how good that's gonna turn out.
I plead the fifth.
I can't.
So y'all listen, because we at 43 minutes and 21 seconds. So what we gonna do, because Restream messed up half our time anyway, we're going to continue this conversation tomorrow. So what I'm gonna do is open up with the champagne letter tomorrow, and then we'll go back into our questions and have an open discussion about what's in it. And I'll probably do 2 champagne letters on tomorrow, so
All
we can
right,
have a
that'll
real
work. That'll
discussion.
work.
In the meantime, I'm gonna try to find a good streaming app so we don't have the issues that we had on Restream. So we're gonna be
Do
working on
y'all
that
know
as
we was
well.
on there for 3 whole hours
We
last night?
were
Do y'all know that?
3 whole hours. It was. But
And
y'all
don't get me
listen,
wrong, it was the shit though.
it listen. But y'all, so we don't get cut off. I love y'all. Thank you for joining
Love
us
you
for another
too.
Champagne Secrets, Champagne Conversations. That's Thank you for joining us in the chalet. Consider hitting that like and subscribe button. We have our memberships now unlocked. Not only that, we have unlocked super chats and super thanks and super stickers. So go ahead and grab you one. Champagne Gang, FizzFam, Confidants. Always remember, if it doesn't cause you to elevate, it's causing you to depreciate. Now raise those glasses, clink, and let's drink till
Clean
we meet
clean.
again. Ta ta.